Ceremonial bong rip.
Like, I almost forgot, and then like, oh yeah.
He's on it.
I didn't forget. This is my first rip all night.
Yeah, baby.
This is gonna get me fucking fucked.
Welcome back to Pretty Much Experts. I'm Robert John, live in Dublin, Ireland. The rainy Dublin, Ireland. We got Mikey clouding up his van in there. What are you saying, buddy?
With the Dubes. This time.
Van and Dubes.
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah.
And then Skyler opening the show with the starter pistol bong rip.
Pew pew. Shots fired, baby.
Shots fired. This week, I mostly watched. We're supposed to watch The Family on Netflix. 5-part documentary about.
I mostly watched, glanced at.
It's like
heard about
5-parter on like U.S. politics and Christian secret societies overlapping. But I didn't watch it all. I have to be honest.
Well, let's get it. Let's not fucking.
I think we got to
ruin the show before
blow our wad right off the top.
Let's do some gripes first, and we'll get into
that's
that.
what I mean. Like, by the way, we're gonna review this show kind of, but I didn't watch it.
I think we can talk about it, and I don't have to watch all fucking 12 hours of it.
This is very true.
Yeah, it was a hard watch, dude.
Gist.
It was a hard watch.
I did.
But to tell you, RJ, I don't know if you got to the last 2 episodes, but those were the only ones. Those are the only ones you needed to watch.
I watched 1, 2, and 5.
Like 4 and 5.
I liked 1. When I thought it was going to be about a weird frat house, and then it kind of just went into something else. Like, what is this show about?
Dude, it was literally like exactly what I was just saying before we hit record. Christianity is the gayest shit out there.
The gayest.
It's so fucking gay.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
This guy's got
not going anywhere far.
Christian cat.
My cat. My cat's got to take a shit, and I got her box here, so I'm gonna go put it away.
I thought
don't show us.
Yeah, that's a vicious cat. Like
as far as the size of the shits
go? No, it will just piss and shit out of spite regularly.
Yeah. Sorry, my podcast room is also my cat's toilet, so. Yeah, it's that, or we got a carpet now that if she pees on my carpet, we're gonna be getting new carpet, and I'm not willing to get new carpet, so our house is just gonna smell like piss if she pisses on it.
Yeah, she will.
So.
Yeah, or just eventually once it gets so bad, just rip it up.
The cat or
both?
Rip her up like a phone book.
Yeah, rip up the cat like a phone book.
Accidentally leave the back door open once, and what happens happens.
Accidentally leave the door open and then still just put her in a pillowcase and bring her out to the woods. Blame it on the open door.
What happens?
I feel like we had this conversation in the first year of you living with Lisa.
Whoa!
Drunk.
Jumping the hard L.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. We'll edit that. Fuck. We'll edit that. The roommate. Fuck. That was a hard L. Jump the hard L.
This is big season 2 reveal.
No, we'll edit that. We'll beep it.
Oh wow. And all you gotta leave it. She doesn't listen.
No, God no.
But I feel like we had that conversation about what are you gonna do with this cat? You hate this cat. It's starting to grow on you, but you still hate this cat.
You're like I don't like.
Well, we're pals now, but she's still fucking, she knows how to push my buttons. Let's put it that way. She's not my biological daughter.
How's
No.
she gonna do when you have 2 house cats mid-September?
She's gonna learn to love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoiler alert. We're coming home.
Use Skyler's house as an opium den for a week, and then return to our transient lives.
Yeah. They call it a soup kitchen.
What kind of soup kitchen?
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of humidity in that house.
Yeah. Sorry, roommate.
Yeah.
But so enough about me and my fucking whole family. What are you guys griping on this week?
I have a quick half gripe.
Half gripe.
Quick half gripe. Skyler, I tipped you off as soon as we just bumped on there. I did the dreaded 2 McDonald's visits today. Bad idea.
What?
Fuck.
Dude,
that McDonald's is just
one is a bad idea.
Once a
The
week is
first
bad.
McDonald's visit is like perfect. But then I started to get hungry again at like 10:30. We record at midnight. So I'm like, I got time to run up to the street, grab a little snack-a-roo, get back here. But
No, what time is the first McDonald's?
6
A.M. or
p.m.
P.M.?
p.m.
Okay. So wow.
6 p.m.
6
and
p.m.
then within 6 hours
Within
you're back.
within
So
the same shift. It was the same people working.
So you even had like a vegetable.
You're
or-
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You're
where I
that guy,
fucked up,
wow.
like I don't think going to McDonald's twice in the same day in the same shift is anything to be ashamed of. But
It is.
It
though.
is.
It totally is.
where I fucked up,
Yeah. Unless you're me and you're just going there to use the toilet, it's totally fucking. It's something to be ashamed
The
of.
only way
yeah.
it works is if you get a coffee. The first one's breakfast. There's got to be a menu change.
no, they didn't
Ooh,
even
yeah.
change shift. It's
Yeah.
same guy, still Liam.
I like the loophole
Still
there.
Liam
That's a
working
good
there.
loophole.
It's a good loophole.
But I fucked up thinking like I don't want to order the same thing again. Like that's weird.
Okay, that's,
So I'm gonna
Well, you
change.
shouldn't.
I'm gonna go off menu.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go wild, and my immune system just isn't prepared for that like new garbage. I can handle a Big Mac, but when you go to like here's a new food group, here's a new form of plastic in the shape of food,
Yeah.
it's got me turning.
Please tell me you didn't go fish.
No, I got some cheesy mozzarella balls with marinara sauce.
That's not a thing at McDonald's. It's not.
That's the thing.
I had the same reaction. when you
Irish
told me
McDonald's
off-
is different.
off
We,
camera
we
here.
know how to, we know how to party up here. It's a totally different menu.
Apparently.
I'd give it a shot.
Well,
Fuck
no,
yeah.
it was terrible. I got. It feels like I just ate a bunch of crabs or rocks or something. Mix of both. So I had a quick pre-show,
Just soft rocks.
pre-show puke. And like,
Not again.
but like drinking puke and it's fun. Like it makes you feel immediately better. It's all just liquid.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
mozzarella
Food poisoning.
dippers or whatever the fuck they were called, marinara sauce,
yeah.
does not
Maybe the
feel
marinara will
good,
help it
taste
come
good,
up quicker.
stone sober, like not a good time.
See, I don't like just even marinara sauce from fucking McDonald's. Like no,
Not into
no
it.
thanks.
Yeah, I don't want
I
it.
don't want that.
No.
I
It
barely
It comes
want
in
your
the same
barbecue sauce.
like barbecue
I definitely
sauce
don't want
dip
their
thing, so
McChicken
it's like
sauce.
dead cold.
Oh, I love that McChicken sauce. Don't say that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't want that shit. It's like the bastard child of Miracle Whip. So it's like mayonnaise is good,
Yeah.
Miracle Whip sucks, and then there's McChicken sauce all the way
What
at the
else are
bottom.
what are you expecting from fucking McDonald's? Isn't that their whole
Miracle
deal?
Whip.
Like you can go anywhere else and get a way better hamburger than those little 10-cent patties they're feeding you.
Yeah,
I mean, they are tasty.
They're
Yeah.
tasty.
Fucking Schneider's is better than that.
You know what? There's no sustenance, but they're 100%
the
taste.
McDonald's ketchup on the other hand is delicious.
like that.
Yeah,
oh.
it's. I think it's got maple syrup
They
in it.
got
I'm like
something,
honestly
yeah.
convinced. It's
Yeah.
there's something
There's
in
I'll
it.
tell you
Yeah.
what's not in it. Tomatoes.
It's definitely not tomatoes.
Yeah, definitely no
Not a
tomatoes.
tomato in there.
No tomato color.
Like I think it's just like when you go to McDonald's, like you're getting McDonald's. Everything is gonna be like there's no name brand, and then there's the McDonald's stuff.
Yeah,
But like
Yeah.
2 dinner meals in one day.
in
That's
one
a bit
4-hour
That's
period.
just
Yeah,
vile.
Yeah.
so that's only my
See,
half
like-
gripe. That was just
Okay.
like, oh.
That's just the half. Yeah.
I
I just learned my
sick. I'm
lesson. Like, I'm
"Phew."
not going to McDonald's twice in the same day anymore.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to burn your
No,
hand on the stove.
it also can't be
Frame
a
on
full
top.
gripe because it's totally self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
So my real full gripe, me and my buddy that I play baseball with, we've been going to a lot of shows over the last like 3 weeks, which is like really fun. Because when I got
Right on.
here, it's like Irish music's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like a good folk band. I like a good Irish band. But
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff that's like playing in the like touristy areas is like for tourists. Like it's just like
Yeah.
young guys
Cover
playing
bands
like
and
it's
shit.
all covers. It's all like young people playing old music, and clearly it's just to get like
Yeah.
a cut of the door. Like it's not authentic. It's not real.
It's not a scene. Yeah.
It's not a scene. But we've been going to a lot of like punk and indie bars and like found some cool spots,
Nice.
seen some really cool bands. But I fucking hate it. Full boner size gripe when the audience isn't really feeling it and the lead singer's like, come on in, let's move around, like really trying to force a mosh pit. It's the fucking lamest thing you can do. You might as well just say, like, everyone, move your mouths around like you're singing. Like, it's the fucking lamest thing.
But there's a flip side to that.
No.
Where no, there is. And it's like that, but they're pissed off. I like that. Where they're calling the crowd out. Like, you guys are fucking lame.
That's cool. Yeah,
like,
but don't act.
We're here to put on a show. Yeah, like, if you're not going to move, get the fuck out of the way. Like, when bands do that.
Yeah.
Like, get your fucking purse off the floor. Like, we're here to dance.
But when it's like,
I like that.
Maybe like 9:45, you're the second band, and there's like people just kind of standing around, like lots of, and you're everyone squish in, get to the front, like a music video, guys know, like I've seen on YouTube. This is what the Foo Fighters do.
And we'll all do this in unison.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. There's like nothing that makes me
I've
go...
never done that in my life at a show.
No?
You know, never needed to.
No.
There's nothing makes me scream bathroom break more than everyone squish up front and get your phones out to film.
Or you know what else is a good time for a bathroom break? This one's off our new album. Bathroom time.
That's bad. That's new music is such a, but it's so funny though, because
you know what, it takes time. It takes time to grow.
Gotta grow,
right? Like very rarely do you hear a new record from an older band, and your first pass, it's like, fuck, this is killer. Very rarely. It happens.
Very rarely. It
happens.
Yeah. No, you're totally right.
Like a band that's got 20 years, 15 years of, solid music behind them.
Yeah.
Or more. Like, very rarely will these new records come out and it's just like a banger right off the bat.
See, it's funny because, like, RJ, I'm thinking on what you were saying, too, though, about how, like, you might as well be, like, moving your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to, like, amateur comedy nights here in Guelph, and, like, some of the people are funny.
Yeah.
And a lot of them aren't funny.
Nope.
And
That's fair,
it's the same thing where like they'll go up and they'll say some jokes and not get any real laughs, and then it's like they get mad, like, what, you didn't come here to laugh, kind of thing. And it's like, we did.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. So
that's like a reverse heckle.
Yeah. So I know what you're saying. It's that but like, you're the same way, or like what you're saying is true as well. I just mean, like, I recently just went. This is like bleeding into my gripe.
Oh, here we go. Good spin.
I recently just went to a Bouncing Soul show with the Bronx. They opened.
I was gonna ask you about that. How was the show?
It was
I was hoping.
It was a lot of fun. Like, the Swingin' Utters also opened, but we showed up like too late to see it. We already had like plans for dinner, and when we found out when they were playing, it was like we still need to eat before we do anything, right? So we weren't making it. Saw the end of it.
I would have punched you in the face. I would have
Yeah,
punched you in the
definitely
face.
You could have went with an empty stomach.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would have went with an empty stomach and puked. Yeah,
Did they at
that's
least
what I would have done.
finish with like 5 lessons learned, like that song from the Tony Hawk game, or
Wind Spitting Punk or something.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know any of their songs.
Okay.
And so it was like, again,
Fuck off!
You guys fucking talk about it, though. I've heard the songs I heard were off of like the Fat Wreck comps. The last two, the songs they played, I knew.
Yeah,
it's not like I've never heard them, but like names of songs, I don't even know half the Bouncing Soul songs. I just fucking sing them.
Well, that's because they have way too many albums.
Dude, that's
true.
Way too many, but they're good.
I remember
the Bronx guy was kind of doing
side.
that whole. Like, go for it.
I was just going to say, I remember we used to have a real skateboarding VHS that had a sick Swingin' Utter song in it off of 5 Lessons Learned. And that's like how I got into them. Is that like real fucking tour video, whatever, 1999 or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, this band's so sick.
I definitely heard them on Tony Hawk, and then it was like,
they might have been on
and
Dave
then the Fat
Miro.
Wreck comps.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I've definitely
It might have been on Dave Mironoff.
But I got into
and
them
then it was
because
just
that
like, fuck,
video.
this band's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's not that I don't enjoy them. Like, even when I came in and they were playing, it was like, oh, it's this band. Like, I knew who, like, that voice is pretty distinct.
Yeah.
Honestly, for a band of a bunch of old guys, they are like surprisingly high energy for like not actually jumping around on stage.
Yeah.
Like, their music's fast and like and like in your face, and like so is their presence. Even though they're not fucking windmill guitaring and fucking
windmill
and doing this and all that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
He kind of just does
But they
the
put on
like
a
Bad
great
Religion,
show.
like just stand there and point, but like with
Yeah.
full
super,
aggression.
Yeah.
But-
full aggression, full energy.
But so either way,
Yeah, so get your gripe.
it's like
That's a killer
They
show.
were
Like,
going.
I'm legit
Oh, yeah,
jealous
it was sick.
of that
Yeah.
show.
So the
it
gripe
was
is with
sick.
yourself.
no. The gripe has nothing to do with the swinging
I'm
others.
griping now.
This is just like a little back filler. Because then the Bronx came out and they got the fucking crowd going. Like the place was going nuts. Like he came out into the crowd and sang like some songs. It was awesome. And then the Souls came on, and it was like,
Nice.
I was in the pit for the whole Soul set, and like at one point, like I had my phone out and I took a picture, and I felt like you're such a dick, like posted on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
But I got like pushed all the way to the front, and I was there, and I just like took a picture and went back out, and it was like kept dancing, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck it, why not?
Right?
Yeah,
and
you're
then,
there.
But so then, my gripe is, we were kind of talking about this before. It's like people that go to like the amphitheater to see a show and have a good time.
Yeah.
Like that is so fucking lame to me.
Just sit on the
Well,
grass.
it's foreign.
Like my god, yeah, like grass seats and like I don't know, and then you go on Instagram and you see people like posting them fucking filming
from a mile
like,
away.
Yeah.
from a mile away and filming like fucking video screens and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well.
And of them singing the song. It's
Yeah.
basically just them and their friends singing the song.
Yeah.
Like stay home and do
Filming
that on
a
fucking
crowd.
YouTube.
Just
or
watch
something,
it on
you know
YouTube.
what I mean?
Save the
Yeah.
ticket money.
Well, what it is for them is a social gathering, and I'm just gonna put it bluntly,
And like
for us, it's
Coachella and like
fuck a lot more than
Osheaga
that.
was a fucking thing too, right? Just recently, that was a couple weekends
yeah,
ago.
dude. Like I don't even want to shed light on that.
Oh,
Whether
it's
we're
just-
fucking blasting or not. Fuck those festivals, man. Remember
It's
that
just-
I sent you a fucking thing on our chat, both of you, about this music festival they were promoting on Instagram that literally had no bands listed. And it was like
yeah.
2 weeks to the festival.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, it's a big secret. It's like, no, we have like lame ass bands like Incubus and stuff like that. That like, who fucking knew they were still a band?
Yeah.
Or really ever
Ever.
a band. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like they're promoting this festival and like with everything they could throw at you other than the music. The
Yeah.
music is like last on the list, bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, it's listing the
It's a
food
social
vendors.
event.
but like
Yeah.
I
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, we got Red Roof fucking, poutine shack here. And it's like you got all these listings for food
Little
and
Missy
craft
Donuts.
beer.
Little
So
Missy
funny,
Donuts
yeah.
are there. You got the fucking Waffle Hut.
Yeah. And an asterisk, and there will be
And there were
bands.
bands.
and
Also
there will
craft
be
beer.
Incubus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like Sublime with Rome and Incubus. And
No one listens to Incubus.
can't even spell Incubus.
No
Look
one
at
could.
Hoobastank.
I'm not fucking with that. Yeah, Hoobastank is probably still on the circuit, just like the summer douchey festival circuit.
Oh, they have to be. They're the like headliners.
Yeah, they're headliners for sure.
Yeah.
With a name like with stank in it.
So that's
Anyways, yeah.
That's my gripe. Is just like that's
Music
it's-
festivals. Or
music festivals and just like even like again the amphitheater, like to go and sit at a concert and just like, oh, we got good seats, that's fuck to me.
yeah.
That's so fucking. I've only been to the amphitheater once, and it was to see Rancid, and they opened for Rise Against. Like that's why they went there, right? Like Rise Against did it kind of.
Is that what it was, eh?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't
And I
go.
think
it was,
I gave my
yeah.
ticket
And
away.
we-
I couldn't bring
yeah.
myself.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we
it was good though
fucking-
because there's like 50 of us on the floor. There's no one on the floor.
if that, like I
Yeah.
would say, like 25, 30
Yeah.
people.
'cause
Like, it was
everyone rather
diehard
sit
fans
on-
and-
like that's what blew my mind about the amphitheater.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
would rather a seat than like floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah,
same.
it's-
It was
the only
honestly
time I've ever.
it was the biggest venue, but the most intimate show in a weird
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
It's-
But then at the same
was like-
time, I remember
was
too, it
crazy.
was like we couldn't bring beers down.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
No.
right? Like to go through, like you had to stop at a certain level.
Yeah.
You couldn't bring beers any close. It was like down on the floor where we were.
Yeah.
You couldn't bring beers, but so
Yeah.
we had like showed up kind of
They're
late.
chugging beers.
Yeah,
dude.
I remember like, we showed up late, blood clot just started, and we both had like beers, and we were like going through like I don't know, customs, whatever the fuck it's called, getting pat down, and then being told that we couldn't go any further, and it was like, but we have fucking.
We got two $10 beers.
Yeah, two
giant $10 beers.
And then fucking, it's like, and we have general admission for like tickets. Like we want to go fucking mosh, so we just like went over to the side of the railing and just fucking slammed these beers as hard as we could, as fast as we could.
Yeah.
And like, all right, we're done. Like let me through. And then ran down to the floor, and there was like 20 people, and probably like everyone was like sitting in the stands or fucking on the grass.
Yeah.
Oh, so lame.
I had almost like similar
but it wasn't lame. Like Rancid showed
cool
up and
us,
they played hard as fuck, and like everyone that was down there, and it was like a daytime show.
Yeah.
Most of it, some of it.
Yeah.
So it was like bright. It was just like, it was really weird, but it was like super intimate in a fucked up way.
Yeah.
I did a similar one where the only time I've ever been there, I saw AFI opening for Green Day.
Yeah.
And it's like doors.
Sounds like it would be fun.
But it was like doors are at 7. Right? So it's like sick. We'll be there at 7:15. And then as we're in line, like there's thousands of people trying to get inside. It's like we can hear AFI playing. It's like doors at 7, they're playing at 7. Green Day's on at 8. So by the time we like get in through the fucking corral, you have to go like across the goddamn bridge into the building. Yeah, and then like down onto the floor, and there's like 15 people there. But we saw like 5 songs, and it's like, yep, that's it for us.
Yeah.
And we like turn around, and there's 20,000 people just like calmly sitting on plastic chairs and lawn.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, there's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point at that. Like, what are you there for?
So like we entertained, like let's check out a bit of Green Day.
I guess.
But we left like within one song.
It's like, I'm not here for you.
Because it was the album after American Idiot, whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was, but they opened with that one, like Radio something. I don't remember.
I
have no idea.
There was like Revolution Radio, maybe that's what it was. I don't remember. But like that's what they open with, and it's like a billion lights and like 4,000 screaming like 12-year-olds. And it's like, fuck this.
Like even like I don't know, like Offspring. I don't fucking remember much of Offspring. I know they're still a band and they still make music, but everything after. Like what was that?
Americana is the last one I even know.
Yeah, that's it.
That's and I didn't even listen to that. It's like I wouldn't know anything after that.
Yeah, no.
But whatever album was after Green Day, that's what tour it was. So like 2007 maybe, 2008.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like no, let's just leave. We'll just go to dinner, go home early.
Dinner it is.
But when like we saw AFI with 20 other people, like that was cool.
That was cool, yeah.
But all the stress of like having to get in because we can hear them playing is like fuck this. Yeah, and then to turn around and just see that there's like 10,000 people just like sitting on the grass. It's like,
hands in their pockets. That was even before cell phones. Where now it's just like we'll film the big screen.
Yeah.
From the grass.
From the grass.
Ugh.
Like fuck your mouth.
Like leave your cell phones at home in your pocket. Like, just be a human being in a situation and try and enjoy yourself. Yeah. And without getting, like patted on the back for it.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking hate social media. And I could, like, that's my worldwide, everyday gripe, is social media.
Like,
like I have no use for it.
My worldwide gripe.
Yeah.
Worldwide gripe?
Yeah. It is. And, like, I have personally no use, need, or desire at all have anything to do with it. But my gripe segues a little bit from your gripes this week, and it's music related. Like I have a list of gripes.
Sure.
I could
as we all do
at any moment. But I might as well, like since we're talking music, is like I like really like the city is great in a lot of ways. The one thing that's getting real tiresome is the people who play their music the loudest and most like in your face, it publicly, you know what I mean? Yeah. Openly, have the worst taste in music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
it takes a certain
it's like homemade electronic music. You know what I mean? It's like their own homemade electronic music or what sounds like that, or fucking like whoever the famous pop girl is right now. and then it's like radio break, like their radio's or like announcer break. Their radio's cranked up to 50, and they're bombing down the road to fucking Caden Presley or whatever, you know,
Tegan and Sarah?
Jaden Priestley, yeah, Tegan and Sarah, or whatever. I don't know.
That's
I fucking
big.
and then the song ends, and it's like, you know, Monster Truck Showdown. It's like, fuck, turn your radio down.
Yeah, you only get to crank your music if it's like, you know, CD or, I don't know, Bluetooth from your phone. Like, you don't get commercials. I passed a dude today at a fucking...
No, you don't get commercials.
I passed a dude at a stop sign today that, like, I was at the stop sign and I could hear this beat, and it was like, but I was also in like a factory kind of like industrial area. So, and like, it's hot day, and there's like all the factories have their doors open, and there's this car across from me, and it's like, I think he has his music on, but it also just sounds like someone's got like a press going, like a big kerchunking, you know? Yeah, no, it just sounded like fucking factory work. And then, like, I drove left, I turned left, and went past him, and he was, like, rocking out like he fucking, like, was born to do. And it was just this, like, boom, ching, boom, like, chains rattling. And it was, like...
Whistle.
Yeah.
Break time.
Break time!
I feel like that guy wears a lot of leather harnesses.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he probably,
He's that
He has
kind
a
of guy.
chain wallet for sure.
Yeah.
Chain wallet,
Leather harness, but he doesn't go on the roof, you know?
No. It's all fashion.
Yeah. It's fashion.
It's fashion.
Fuck. Yeah, but you're totally right. I'm bad for just blasting my music, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally subjective, so it's hard to gripe
sure,
on it.
right?
Like, pretty much 95% of the people I see on a day, easily 99% of the people I interact with or see on a daily basis, I have absolutely zero interest in, zero in common with. I don't understand their lifestyle, their interests. I have nothing. I have no desire to know them. So it's like, it just happens that like a lot of those 99% like to play their music publicly really loud.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fair. Fuck them.
It sucks, but it's the world, you know?
Do they do it in Ireland?
No.
I feel like they do a lot more chanting and like they sing.
There's a
like,
lot
there's
more like
singing.
Sport
Soccer
bullshit like that.
hooligans.
Yeah. There's like on Sunday there's a big like hurling final. Hurling's kind of like lacrosse and field hockey combined. But
Okay.
Did you say hurling?
it's called,
Like throwing up?
But the arena
curling,
is
hurling.
like 2 blocks from
Hurling.
here, which holds 80,000 people
What?
for this hurling match.
What?
It's like a huge fucking deal.
Is it like cricket?
No, it's
80?
like
It's like
field
lacrosse.
hockey. But
80,000 people?
80,000.
Do they play football
Jesus
there
Christ.
no,
sometimes?
it's for rugby and hurling.
Wow, okay,
The
rugby,
arena on the
I
other
get,
side of
but
town is for like the soccer people.
I've never heard of hurling.
No, I didn't
I
never
get
heard of
like rugby's big. I get that, but
No.
80. That's a lot of
It's
fucking
a lot
people.
of fucking
like,
people. So after this game, all those fucking people were just in the street in their jerseys, singing with their Guinness and their flags and cops everywhere.
Sounds awesome.
It's chaos.
Wow.
It's like,
It's like
Yeah, I feel like
gangs
in
of New
those
York.
European countries, there's a lot more singing because they have like all those historical chants and beer drinking songs
Yeah.
that like you
What-
grew up with.
and
that
it's like
just part of
I
your...
get why sport is so much bigger here, because it's all actual like local shit. Like in
Yeah.
North America, it's all like businesses. Like cities
It's
have
big markets.
teams,
Yeah.
but they're mostly like no one from that
Oh,
city's
they're-
actually on the team.
No.
Versus
Yeah.
here, it's like
Yeah.
I think like Limerick was playing Tipperary, and it's like actually those two cities playing in Dublin. So all the people from those towns are here to watch the game.
Yeah, well.
Crazy.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's cool, but I don't
pictured
give a shit.
highlight. Is it like highlight?
Is it highlight?
Yeah, like hurling. Is it kind of like highlight handball type of game?
Yeah. No, you use a stick. It's like
Use a
lacrosse,
stick.
but it's like there's no net, so it's kind of like field hockey, but you're just like whacking the fucking ball with a big paddle.
And, like running
Is it-
around
is it
like,
a...
Yeah.
smacking it like a
Oh, you
baseball.
smack the
kinda
shit
thing?
out of each other with this thing. Yeah, it's pretty violent.
What? That's awesome.
It's like lacrosse, but you have no net. It's just like a paddle, and you just like kind of self-pitch it to pass it over to the next guy. and it's just like
How do you carry it in your hand, or
you don't
just
carry
like,
it,
have
you
to
just pass
constantly
it.
knock it?
Yeah, you're just knocking
You just
it.
pass it. Holy fuck!
Yeah, catch it
We had a
barehanded.
game we played. We had a game we played at festivals up north called Beer Ball.
Yeah.
And it was basically baseball rules, but there's no teams. Well, there's a team in a sense that like everybody's against you when you're batting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the goal is like everybody gets 2 or 3 rotations. You have like 10 people, so everyone's just scattered in a field. You have you have 3 bases in your home plate, and you're batting. There's a pitcher. You hit the ball. You have to make it all the way home.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the goal. They can't touch you with the ball, but they can whip it at you.
Yeah.
So the only way to get out is that you can be 2 feet from someone and whip it at them, or you can be 10 feet. You have to hit them with the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harder the better. You know, like face is off limits, but
What
you're
kind
still
of
out.
ball?
No bruise, no proof.
Tennis ball.
Okay.
Tennis ball.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, tennis ball. Yeah. So like, if you get hit in the face, you're still out. But like, let's try not to hit each other in the face. You know,
Yeah.
just like let's keep this a gentleman's game.
Yeah.
And
Keep
but
the
like
laughs under your breath.
tackling and tripping is like not recommended, but happens.
Yeah.
You know, it does happen. So it's basically all for one and all for none at the same time. So like when the shitty bands would be playing midday at the festival, we just hit the field, play some fucking beer ball. Everyone would get tanked because you have to drink.
Yeah.
And like it just got sloppy and people were like twisting ankles. It was a great time. It's a great time.
That does sound fun.
Great. That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Makes-
It's just boys being boys.
I'm really looking forward to Skyler's opium den in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
We're not doing that in my living room.
Backyard. You have a huge backyard.
It's not huge.
It runs the
It's
length of the
common area.
complex.
Does-
Big enough for a van or what?
No,
Oh, yeah.
God, no.
Change
I
of
guess,
plan.
like, yeah. I think the answer is you can't do it there. Is there room for it? Yeah, for sure. Am I allowed to have my friend just park his van in my backyard? Absolutely not.
Condo board doesn't know. They don't know.
That's true. The condo board don't know, don't hurt them. Oh, fuck.
Mike,
All
are
right.
we gonna continue with your guilty pleasure or the other 2 new segments that you say you've been working on?
Oh yeah, like that. There's one that's taken effort for sure, and it's because I haven't put any into
Yeah.
it. But it's like there is a fair amount of effort that needs to go into it, and just let's stop talking about it, and it'll be ready when it's
Okay,
ready.
okay.
You know,
All right.
like it could be a month, it could be 6. I don't know. But there's possibly cards involved, like in Chernobyl.
Oh,
It's not in English,
You know.
or...
It
like
will
a game
definitely
show
be in
now?
English. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
But like let's stop talking about it because I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it quick.
I'm
Yeah, it's
intrigued.
definitely a
Right.
couple weeks away.
But it's an idea. Yeah, and I'm like building some. I'm building some content.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, speaking of not talking about it,
Yeah,
should we get to this week's topic?
we shall.
Well, we could guilty pleasure still.
We can guilty.
I don't mind guilty pleasure.
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Topic can wait.
Yeah.
Which-
I'm just gonna say it. Hand jobs. I fucking love a tits out hand job. Like it's a like
Wow.
I'm gonna say like 50% of the time I'd rather that than anything else.
Are we talking dry, moist, hand?
Yeah. Dry.
spit?
Dry's good.
Dry.
Dry.
Well, it depends.
Isn't it the
It
Taliban?
depends. Yeah.
Someone else going dry on your rod is like I can't have that.
No.
It doesn't have to be dry, but I'm okay with like a in the car tits out hand job.
She's got to spit
You
on
know?
it or something.
There's usually some sucking involved.
Yeah,
right?
you
like
gotta-
it's not like
Can't
it's
be
just the
dry.
hand.
God, no.
It could be dry for a portion
It's
of
like a
it.
halfway house hand job. Like, what? You don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah. Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Okay, you got to start dry.
Like, I've
Yeah,
got.
yeah. You don't just like go in with lube on your
No,
hand. Like,
no.
Do you
no.
want some of this?
Like,
That just takes too much work.
I've got my fair
Right.
share of like in like a pub or something, like an over the pants, like just grab it and
pants,
just
yeah.
like feel it. That's pretty great. But it's not like it doesn't end or begin here. It's just like, oh, there's good stuff that'll come later.
Well,
That's just
what
like
I'm
a
saying.
hello
like, that's
kinda
a guilty
thing.
pleasure.
Yeah.
But
I like the
I don't want
like
no
the
goddamn
full on
tits out dry
full
hand
force
job.
hand job.
Like,
that's
I
what we're
don't know.
doing.
I'm in a committed relationship for like almost 7 years now, so like
way less hand jobs.
No, it's like more hand jobs.
More hand jobs.
Like out of
Nice.
laziness.
Nice.
Like, something needs to happen with this.
Wait, are you talking about self-hand jobs?
No.
No, okay.
Talking about
Okay.
multiple. Well, just a partner. Just
Yeah.
roommates doing it.
She has to.
Yeah.
Is
No,
it-
we're not talking about like giving my own self.
Masturbating.
Yeah, masturbating. Self-affection.
Self-love.
Yeah.
Self-sins.
No. I just
Dude,
mean
that's
it's more of a like,
I dig it.
you know, it's like, hey, like I know you don't want to bone, but
Yeah.
I could go for it. And just like, ugh, okay.
I'm not gonna look.
Yeah, no, definitely not. On her phone whole
Yeah.
time. But yeah, no.
I mean, yeah, fucking's good, blowing's good. The whole like theatrics of everything, you know,
Yeah.
like the circus of it all, the flip flopping, going back and forth. That's a fun time, you know. If you got a good partner, that's a great time. But there's something really nice at just it. Like, I mean, I'm sure it goes both ways. I've never asked a woman if this was a guilty pleasure of hers, but they like getting, you know, blasted, right? It
Yeah.
usually doesn't end
I
there,
hope so.
But the thing is, I like when it ends there. The guilty pleasure is it's the full, you know,
So
meal and
so
dessert.
selfish of you.
The full
It's like-
meal is all hand job.
It just comes back to like.
Oh, it's very
yeah,
selfish.
I guess
Selfish
that's,
of you.
Put it out there in the
that's
world.
why it's
I just
called
like
a
it.
guilty
It's-
pleasure.
Mhm.
Selfish as fuck.
Yeah.
Are your hands behind your head, or are you going like?
You still pulled her hair just for
Are you
fun.
returning the favor?
Depends. Yeah, it depends on the environment.
Like that's I
And the
find
angle.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
That's always like a fun time. Just
Like, I don't want to
pants
be
off, Winnie
too
the Pooh
graphic.
style, and just like let's diddle each other.
I don't want
Yeah.
to be too
Yeah.
graphic, but like
Guilty.
this bitch would end up in a landfill if I started darting her mitt, and
Who?
she's just in general. And she's like, I like it when it stops and
Yeah.
ends there, and just rolled over. Landfill, you're going in.
Landfill?
Landfill.
Wow.
I guess when you put it that way, when the shoe's on the other foot, but it's not like a. I'm not pressuring it to happen. It's a fucking like we're super horny right now, and
Yeah.
this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a spur of the moment, not
Yeah.
like you know, let's go home and just you can hand job me for the night. I'll put you to work.
Yeah.
You know,
I got some good oils.
if we're going home, I like to do the work. You know,
No, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll burn that midnight coal.
Just like, baby, I don't want to fuck tonight, but I'll take, you know.
Oh,
I'm doing all this for a hand
you
job.
can hand job me.
You can hand
Yeah, you can hand job me real good. See, I like it, and I've always liked it. I've liked it from my first girlfriend to the current girlfriends. You know,
Yeah.
Nice.
like I've always liked it, and
I
had,
caught that
like,
plural on girlfriends.
Well, whatever. It's not like I'm not being a total dog. I'm just not settled on one thing, right?
No.
And
I
there's
guess.
this girl that I hooked up with. We hooked up earlier in the summer, random Tinder thing, and she was just traveling around BC working, and she was flying out of Vancouver. So when she came back, she looked me up. We had a couple good days
In the
together
phone book,
and a
Mike.
couple good
Did she
hand
find
jobs.
you in the phone book?
In the phone
Did she
book?
find you in your fucking laundromat P.O. box? Fucking looked you up?
No. No, man. No.
You make it
Some
sound
deep
so much
cuts
more
right there.
romantic. Oh, she looked me up.
She looked me up.
It's probably
Yeah.
just like
Well, she
internet.
did.
She looked
Yeah.
7 conversations down in her recent
She was
chat.
just like, remember those hand jobs I used to give you?
The start and finish
Well, the first
hand job.
time we hooked up, there was no hand jobs, and then this time it was like multiple hand jobs. It was
Nothing
great.
but
It was
all.
like, honestly, when you're just like when you're just banging around and having a good time, like hand jobs don't come up very often.
You know?
You know,
You
No.
can have steak every night, but like, don't you want pizza every now and again?
you do. You really do.
You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes
You
it
know,
just
and
gets
that's
a
the
little
fat
stale.
glutton I am. Sometimes
Sometimes
Yeah.
I
both.
want pizza multiple times a day, like RJ wants his
Yeah,
McDonald's.
sometimes
Yeah,
you gotta go
exactly.
twice.
Sometimes we don't always go to McDonald's twice in a day.
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes.
And if I do, I want 2 different things. So maybe a
You're
dry
right. You're
titty
right.
hand job is, on the menu.
The titties gotta be out, you know, or like at least some good down blouse going on, like, There's got to be some fuel for the fire.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's my guilty pleasure.
Are we all doing
been a long
guilty
2 weeks,
pleasures?
boys.
I don't have
a
one.
guilty pleasure. No, I think that's all we need.
Yeah.
Mike's fucking
I prefer,
love a hand
like-
Yeah.
job.
So it doesn't have to be a recurring thing, but it can come
it
up
comes
from
up.
time to time.
I think,
We all have them,
speaking
right?
of, like,
I have another one for
John
next week.
John Blow's
Nice.
hand jobs parlays perfectly into our Christian topic.
Yeah.
Nothing beats
okay.
a Christian down blow.
Those dudes were definitely
Yeah.
down blows hand job.
They were down
For
blowing
sure.
everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when this movie fucking started, I totally assumed it was some sex cult.
So what's the, like? Let's
Yep.
this called The
Yep.
Family.
Yeah.
You can find it on
And it
Netflix.
You
probably
lead this
is.
one. This is your pick.
It was my pick. We started watching it, and I figured it was just like, hey, maybe this will be like the next big thing. You
pick
know,
up.
they're not. Yeah, we can't all hit home runs every pitch. You know.
So you admit
but
nothing happened.
I do admit that there was nothing. I feel like it was like nothing I didn't
No.
already know.
No.
I guess.
Well,
Like,
they shed light on a lot of like America's involvement in world politics. That was the interesting takeaway.
That was the big one, but I guess like the whole idea is that they just like Jesus and would.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they
I
do.
think that's bullshit. I think that's fucking bullshit. I think that's just like that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's that they say it's Jesus, but it's literally everything
It
else.
means
Everything else they did.
money and power. It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
just
it's
know,
just
like, oh, we
acronym.
just have to,
Clothing.
like, say this shit a bunch of times, get in the old boys club, and then when I become a
Yep.
politician, all
Yeah.
my friends are also in this club, and I can pretty much do whatever I want the rest of my life.
Everyone's gay for
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, sucking his dick.
Yeah. I don't mean homosexual gay,
No.
but it probably
In the,
did
like,
come up.
really
Yeah.
hands you don't know how to throw kind of way.
Yeah.
God, yeah, no, it was a rough go. Like I said, it starts out a little bit like, oh, it's gonna be this weird Christian. It was just like a Christian sorority, really,
Yeah.
though, when you think about it.
Yeah.
And this dude.
Well, the
Sororities
first two
are like for
episodes-
girls, frat houses for boys, so I don't know if you meant to use that
But
word
this
on
was
purpose
more
or
of a
not.
sorority.
I know what I
This is
said.
definitely more. Yeah. More of a sorority than a
Yeah.
frat house.
100%. But it was just like, it's basically just like a group of dudes that think
Sorority
that,
of dudes.
A sorority of dudes that fucking are getting high on Jesus and using his good name to get ahead. And it's like, it's just like an icebreaker is what it kind of seemed like by the end of it. Was like, Jesus? Yeah. All right, let's buy guns.
To me, it seemed more of like a circle jerk than an icebreaker.
But you'd love.
And those
The
first
band.
two episodes, though, when they're like quizzing each other and shit, and then
At the end of the circle jerk, that's where it ends.
they're like constantly like bringing up these parables and like, Jesus walked into his room right now, what would he do? And everyone's like, save us? Do nothing? Like, they just sit
Yeah.
around this room and discuss. And then the
What
answer's
would
like,
Jesus
wow,
do?
he's the fucking
Yeah.
best. Like, he does it all for us. Like, we're not worthy.
Yeah.
Literally just making up Jesus as a superhero
So
story.
fucking weird.
It was a weird comic, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so weird.
It was just, it's the shittiness
There was a dude that they kicked out because he was like
His girlfriend got raped.
keeping notes or
Yeah,
something.
no,
Something
His
happened.
girlfriend got, like, sexually assaulted, and he thought he should leave to be with her, and they were like,
Oh.
pansy, you know, like,
It's meant for
Wow.
that
Yeah.
to happen.
and he was just
But he
like,
had this like manifesto or something, didn't he? Like cracked the code for the guy who's like doing the
no,
documentary.
he was, like, the dude that invited him to come along originally, and then when he left, it was just like, hey, like, if this is for you, it's for you, but, like, you know, maybe look a little deeper kind of thing.
Yeah.
And or it was
Yeah.
like, if you're having any kind of second thoughts, like, maybe you should, like, don't just
I
blindly.
thought he gave.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he
Oh,
gave
you're
him like
right,
some
he
secret
did.
files
Yeah,
or
there's something
something.
in
He
the
did. He gave
basement.
him, like, his whole, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that? Just his dirt. Like, I've been collecting these files the
Yeah.
last 6 years, and it was
Like instead of drawing pictures of boobs, he just wrote
Yeah.
shit about Jesus. Like it was like that.
But no, it wasn't even. It wasn't even just like, dude, just go jerk off when you have, like, too much time on your
Yeah.
hands. He, like, investigated, like, the whole. It seemed like investigated a lot.
Yeah.
Which makes
He's
it
doing something.
Makes it seem kind of weird now when I say that out loud. That it's like, where did all that come from? Why did you just get that big folder of things, files? But
well, it was really just a shill. Like these like really influential and rich
white people,
socialites, mostly white people out of America. In America, anyways, they were all white from what I could tell.
Started as
except
the white
for
thing, yeah.
It started that way, and they would basically like travel the world and push their religious and political agendas on other countries and fucking continents, man. Like
and
all of Africa.
Yeah. But it's like, again, it was more...
And all funded by government
by
money.
The government,
their taxes, you know. Yeah. Taxes that the American people were paying were, you know, going to funding these fucking romps. And you know how many sacrifices the fucking David Coe was involved in? He was like all kinds of blood sacrifices, virginity sacrifices, sheeps and goats. Like his hands.
And they're all like sucking on his dick, giving him the like titty out dry hand jobs because like he doesn't want any press. He doesn't want his name on anything.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like, he doesn't want anyone to know who he is.
Yeah.
Like that's the perfect way to be a
feel
sex predator.
That was like we haven't I feel like this whole like what do you even call this? It's like an Illuminati like
it's a
cabal like secret society of just like people that were using Jesus Christ to infiltrate rich wealthy Americans and then fucking influence like legislation and how politics work in America. And at the whole time, also, like you guys are saying...
And the world.
Yeah, but it started in America, and just how, like... It's like a political party that has no boundaries, and nobody...
The lobbyists.
Yeah, but nobody knows like about it. Is it the lobbyists? Is that what that is?
Yeah, they're like illegal. They're like illegally
That's what
lobbied.
I found fascinating, just like, because it did shift from, like, this weird Christian cult thing to, like, how it's all the U.S. political system is, like, entrenched with this society, and like realizing like there's people that just go to like Washington D.C. to get like jobs in quotes, be world leaders, but like they don't actually want to lead things. Like they're not. They just want, for an example, like a Bernie Sanders that is like really passionate about changing, and has an agenda and wants to do all these things. Like these people just want like jobs.
Yeah,
I'll be a politician.
I can talk
they don't
to people.
care. It's like I'll be the governor of some Idaho or something. Like I don't care. I'll go to the good schools, get in with all these people, and just be like a senator or something. Like whatever, lobbyist, whatever, same thing. But they're all just like buddies, and it's like it doesn't matter what side they're on. They just have to win an election every 4 years, and that's their job is to win an election every 4 years. Like whatever they do in between is like whatever. I sit in my office all day and.
But it's like the Jesus thing is.
Well, they
just
don't.
This,
they
like,
fly around the world.
The Jesus thing, though,
chucking cash.
They just fucking like use it as like a brotherhood to be like, you like Jesus, I like Jesus.
I love him.
Meaning like if you fuck up, I got your back. If I fuck up, you got my back. It's a gang. It's the Bloods in the Crips. You know what I mean? Like we don't talk about it. Nothing on paper. There is a leader. You know, Doug Coe and the Coe Bros.
Yeah.
Like
but they even touch on it. Like if they don't like appoint leaders, then there's no one to like take any responsibility for any of the shit that they influence, which comes up. Like we can just go into that, but it's just like RJ was saying, like they're like career politicians kind of thing. Like they're not actually there for social change or establishing any new structures or anything like that, like or change anything. No. They're just there for a paycheck and power, right? And to be flown around the world. And like it's disgusting. Like the whole separation. Like they talked about it. I didn't look into it, but they mentioned something about this. Like it's called like the Johnson Amendment, and basically is for the separation of church and state, where there shouldn't your personal agenda and morals in a way shouldn't be the like in the foreground of your political platform.
No, absolutely.
Like in some way it's gonna happen, but like you gotta try and keep that out of it, because you're going to either turn on or turn off a large demographic.
Because
of people.
religion has no fucking place in politics, just as it has no place in science.
Yeah.
It's like,
and this family, the family, like where it's all about this, was or is trying to do something to
and like
get rid of that Johnson Amendment.
Yeah, and like
yeah.
Because of it being in the name of Jesus, just like the shady shit that they had done. Like it seems like it's like anything, like humble beginnings, I guess. They just they wanted to have a fucking prayer meeting every year, which is like every fucking president has to go to, and it's just escalated into like a prayer week, and it's all like supposed to be like privately funded, but it's not. It's like taxpayer money.
Yeah.
And
it's laundered.
Yeah,
or the government money's laundered through these organizations or something.
Yeah.
And
it's basically like it's an unofficial UN meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the super important people are there.
It's just like a fucking convention. It's like a gun convention, but instead of all these fucking gun nuts getting together and talking about their businesses, like they're fucking Jesus nuts getting together talking about their businesses.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is guns. Which is guns and
guns and fucking oil.
I
like,
thought it was
drugs.
so funny though when they're like, Trump has to go and he's like clearly not religious at all, but has to pretend to be part of it.
Yeah, those were
so
great,
funny.
Great
they're like asking him about parables and shit. He's just making things up and like, when was the last time you went to confession? He's like, I don't think I ever have. I've never done that before. Like, I've never needed to. Like, I've never done anything wrong. But I love Jesus.
There's
and it's
one
a good idea.
speech he gives where it's like, they're telling me to say this. He says that like before he makes his godly point. He's like, they want me to say this. Like in some roundabout way, that's what he's saying.
There's like one where he like reads like a passage from like Corinthians 1 and he's like reading it. He's like, you guys love this. I know I was told you guys love this. Like this one passage. I'm gonna read it. But like the scariest part is like I don't want them as an Americans to impeach Donald Trump because that other fucking dickhead Pence
he's way worse
is scarier to me
he
than
actually
Trump
believes
is.
Jesus is the thing.
Like he's like the ringleader of this fellows. He's not the ringleader, but he's definitely part of the family.
They never disclose.
Who fucking knows? It's fucked up because like there was a part early on in the fucking, and maybe this is just propaganda, and I'm an atheist. I don't fucking believe in anything. I'm a nihilist too, Lebowski. But like there was a part early on where they talked about, and it was in one of those dramatic things, dramatizations, where they said like, oh, you know, like the Muslims have a lot of babies because it's all about votes. You know, and it's like,
are they wrong?
They're not wrong.
Not
but
wrong.
But then it's like you have fucking Christians out there that have fucking like 18 and counting fucking TV shows where they have fucking 25 kids and one of them molests another one because it's just too many kids on the fucking same mattress.
Can't help it.
You know? But it's all about fucking votes. Like I've heard these weird conspiracy theories about how it's like it's a religious thing. It's like if we have lots of kids, that means when they grow up and we teach them fundamentalism, they're gonna fucking grow up and vote on those values, and that's one more vote for like insert shitty politician Christian guy here.
And like the same way that like a snapping turtle has 40 eggs, like they're not all gonna make it, but the ones that do, same way fundamentals, they have 9 kids, like maybe like 7 of them are gonna renounce their religion, but then you got like 2 more like real hardcore.
Yeah, they take on the power of all the other 7.
And they come from a family of 12, and I've never seen a titty or had a dry hand job.
I was going to say, like, snapping. One of them is eating the
Definitely
other
not
one.
at the same time.
No. But it's, I don't know. And so it's like, who knows? Like, who knows who's breeding how many kids for what reasons?
Yeah.
Like, but you, like, I don't know. It's definitely.
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's
slavery.
doing it. It's fucked.
It's fucked.
It totally is mental slavery.
And, like, honestly, the birthing shit where it's like, we're going to have, like, 20 kids, like, that's fucking sex slavery.
Oh, yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Who wants that?
Yeah.
Those poor sister wives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all the sister wives. Yeah.
I mean, on paper, it sounds like a nice life, but
Yeah.
when you boil it down and there's like, the motives behind it, Not good.
And then like
Not good.
it got real shitty, like as if it wasn't shitty enough in America. Like then they went fucking worldwide and personified and like started backing like politicians that wanted to kill gay people. And
Yeah, Black Hitler, dude.
Black Hitler.
Fucking
The
Black
guy
Hitler.
was like, yeah, I'm Black Hitler, but he liked Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and he's like, it's a compliment that they call me Black Hitler because he was a powerful man. It's like, yeah, that's your takeaway?
That's
Yeah,
what
Really?
He had goals
That's
that he
your
conquered
takeaway?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
His name was Idi Amin, and it's just like something in the back of my head. That used to be one of Tupac's outlaws. He had like a guy in his gang, in his outlaw gang, called Idi Amin.
Well,
I think it was spelled differently, but like, yeah, the Black Hitler guy's name was Idi
Might be
Amin.
the same guy.
Might be the same
It
guy.
might be the same guy. Yeah, he came over, joined the Outlaws.
After Pac died.
Had a lot of time on his hands after Pac died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
Went and ruled Uganda.
Yeah. Black Hitler it is.
But they're like having these backdoor, meetings with these people, like these influential people in their countries, anyways, in all respect, on the taxpayers' dime, saying that their agenda is just Jesus. Like, how long does a trip last if all you do walk in the room and just say Jesus, and you sit there and
Everyone's
smell
like,
each other's farts?
Jesus.
Like, what are you doing?
Well, like, the one guy,
everyone's
remember-
just sniffing farts for a week. Like, what's going on?
The one dude told a story about how they like went to meet like Gaddafi, who's like this warlord, and it was like we went to meet him, and then we just like apologized for America killing his only daughter in a bombing raid, and that we just wanted to pray to Jesus with him, and then he dropped to his knees, and we fucking prayed to Jesus, and then we left, and it's like,
and he cried.
You spent $50,000 on a trip to go and talk to the guy for fucking 5 minutes, and then you left.
And you
like,
expect
what else
any
did you
of us to
talk
think
about?
that's what actually happened?
Yeah.
Exactly, right? Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you did.
Like, and the thing is that, like, it's so shady. Like, they're not doing this on anyone's behalf.
Oh, yeah.
No one's
Like,
asking them to
that's
do
the
this.
other part. Like, I don't want to jump
You
in,
know,
but
like-
it's just like, so not only did you
Jesus.
do it for 5 minutes, but when you come back, does no one be like, so you went and talked on America's behalf to apologize for dropping bombs on his daughter? Like, I don't think fucking Reagan approved that.
That's
like,
not your role.
No.
Yeah, that's not your
go
fucking
fuck
role.
you. But it's like, this is like, they are this, like, I don't know, Cloudenstein subsect of the government. Like, they definitely are government. It's no different than the
big time.
Secret Service.
They're probably more influential in a lot of ways, or even within the American, decision making and all that stuff than your poster child politicians.
It's fucked that it's like if Judaism to Israel is the same thing like Christianity is to America, and like I don't think people really see that, but it like that's how their
look at
country
that.
is run.
Let's just
Ran.
pause for a minute and check out the fucking
Oh, I see it.
Look at that.
Show it off.
pit hole on
Yeah.
that. And I got one over here too.
Plop them
I'm just rocking
titties
these
out for your
fucking
next hand
tits,
job.
baby.
Cut those shoulders
Side
off. Make it a
side
vest.
titties out.
side titties flapping for the handies.
But
Fuck
you,
the family.
you know what I mean though? It's just like I feel like America is just run on such a Christianity like values, and it's like so fucking dated, and like it's amazing to me that the way they function.
Yeah,
Disappointing.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're lizard people, so we can start there. We're never gonna get it.
I think that's where we wrap it up. They're fucking lizard
That's
people.
it.
We're,
Fucking
fucking
we're never
lizard
gonna
people.
get it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's call it. Fucking
Let's call it
fuck the family.
fuck the family.
Fuck
Fuck
Christians.
the family, yeah.
Fuck Jesus. Fuck the
Fuck
Jews.
Jesus.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck
Stop
heaven. Fuck
making-
hell. Fuck
Yeah.
them all.
Stop ruining the world for the rest of us for a change. You've had the last like fucking 4,000 years. It hasn't worked.
Yeah, you had a good run.
Yeah. Did they
Well,
though?
and like a big takeaway of this is that like these really fucking rich, selfish, like self-involved people with their own ideas of how things should be based, like because they're all capitalists, are the people that are fucking up the world.
Yeah.
And there's no way to ever change our trajectory as far as blowing this fucking moon rock up.
Yeah.
Like, we're never going to be able to change it if these rich motherfuckers don't decide that some things are more important than capitalism.
It really was like,
and their own personal agenda. Like the big picture is more important than their narrow.
I don't
view.
think
You're
they
totally
care
right.
though. Yeah.
No, they just want their money.
They want their
I don't care. And
narrow
that's
view
what's
is
gonna-
paramount.
Yeah.
And everyone's stupid and just like buying everything and just mass consuming and just like, you know, focused on like, I know you guys all like sports and fucking entertainment and the Avengers, but it's like that's all there now.
Yeah.
Like, it's just $1 trillion industries. It's all there so that we don't ever see it coming. You know, basically.
Oh, for sure, it's a distraction.
It's a distraction.
But you know what? Sometimes I don't fucking need to just see every goddamn school shooting that takes place.
Dude,
in
I
the
don't
world.
want to see any.
You know what
of
I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it
I'd
sucks
rather
for all
watch
those
hockey
people,
and
but
fucking.
yeah, give me a hockey game. I don't care if you want to fucking kneel down because America is shitty. Like, yeah, go for it. But
Yeah.
like, I watch my hockey because it's a distraction. We go to shows because it's a distraction from life.
Absolutely,
Right?
man. Absolutely.
It's just like, you're totally right though, the shittiness and like how like, it's not going to change. Like, there was several instances in the show where it was like, these people who are saying that they're with Jesus, like, go out and fuck each other's wives and commit adultery. And then when it's like time to be like, okay, it's time to resign, it's like, no, I think I'm just gonna like pray for like 3 months, and you're not gonna hear about me, and it'll blow over, and then I'll come back out and continue to fuck that guy's wife, and still also run the state of Idaho. Like,
Yeah.
Like
this whole 5-hour series should have been 2 hours, and it would be so much more palatable and enjoyable.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I think
There's
I'm
a
just
lot of
gonna
shit going
unpack
on.
a huge box of worms right away. I think if that
know.
guy's like cheating on his wife with that like Panama girl or whatever, like why does he lose his job? Like, I don't get that.
This is also true.
Yeah.
I'm in the camp of like,
Yep.
yeah, I fucked up. Like, this is super embarrassing. I'm gonna have to either get a divorce or whatever. But like, why is it automatic? Like, you should be impeached or you should step down.
But so, you know what it
Like,
is?
that has
Like,
nothing to
I
do
don't
with
I feel
it.
like
Judgment thing.
here's the answer. 100% is because of his constituents. The people that are voting for him
Yeah.
believe in these fucking stupid, backwards hillbilly ideals about that if you can't covet each other's wives and
Yeah.
you can't steal things and don't think about other gods. But it's like,
You can want to do it, but you can't do
don't fucking do it. But so these people like run on these politics that it's like, well, I'm a good Christian, like, you can vote for me,
Yeah,
like, you'll
yeah.
see me in Sunday church, and then they go and fuck their like campaign manager's wife. It's just like, well, my friends don't do that, like, I'm not gonna get the votes,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, it's just like, well, you got to forgive me too, because if you're a good Christian, you got to forgive me, and then you can vote for me
Yeah.
again. And it's like, just like, it's hillbilly fucking asshat
I think
backwards.
that like
And
circles back to why like Trump will never lose his job or be impeached because he doesn't have any of those values. So it's like, did
No.
you piss on a bunch of Russian prostitutes? He's like, no. Prove it. If you try to prove it, you'll go to jail.
Yeah.
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 Just like,
Go to jail.
treason.
yeah.
But like, I'd rather live in a world where I don't go to a slightly more air-conditioned building and praise Jesus one day of my week
Mm,
and just think about fucking everyone's wife
yeah.
rather than go to that building and fuck everyone's wife.
Yeah.
One of my roommates in this house is this Brazilian dude.
Rather just think
He's like so cool, but he's like super like naive young dude. He's like 24. And he goes to church every day of the week, not just Sundays, like every night. He goes to church after work.
Is it free food there or something?
He loves it.
Shower?
He loves
What's
the
going on?
community. And it's like I get it. He's like Brazilian. He just moved here like a year or two ago. And it's like that's where all his like people, he goes to like Brazilian church, and it's like the community is like, that's interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
But like
I
every
get it.
night, or not every night, multiple nights a week, you know, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, gonna go get wasted. And then I'll see him in the morning, like all the way hungover, like sick as shit in the kitchen. And he's like, what'd you do last night? I'm like, all the sins, dude, all of them. Like, did you pray for me? And he's like, I did.
Some
I
involved
did.
toothpaste.
Like, okay,
some
well, you
involved,
have to pray again on
other
Friday because
people.
I'm going to do all the sins again.
Yeah, I'll do them for the both of us,
Yeah.
bud.
Fuck yeah.
If
You
he
gotta
died,
double
if he
up.
died for your sins, you might as well make it worth
But yeah,
it. Like that, like
kid I
to
live with is
die for
hilarious.
them. Like,
Just-
come on.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, okay, I'll pray for you.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm really gonna fucking sin.
Yeah, like don't just like take a chocolate bar one day. Like, thanks, Jesus. Like, fuck off. Fuck off.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
let's wrap this little fucker up in the bow tie. We are.
Again, I don't have a big problem with the religion. I just have a problem when religion influences
yeah,
my life.
you have like whatever.
yeah.
And influences like the greater good of
You
humanity.
can do whatever you want
I
in your own
agree.
house,
I agree.
but just don't like
Yeah.
don't
Keep it in the
influence the
church.
greater good of humanity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And let's change the calendars. That's my next.
Oh
that's
yeah.
my
That's
gripe
next
too.
next week's
Yeah.
gripe.
I'm sick of fucking looking at a calendar and knowing how many years it's been since Jesus Christ died.
I agree.
Fuck off.
I think we should adopt the moon cycle. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We got half moons, full moons,
Yeah.
half Nelsons,
Yeah.
full Nelsons.
Or here's another
you know?
gripe for you. How come we fucking celebrate Jesus' birth on the 24th or 25th of December, but his fucking the day he died seems to float
floats.
between months?
Yeah, it's
It's
blurry.
like, is it March? Is it fucking April? Sometimes it's closer to May. How do you not remember when someone died?
Has something to do with a pagan moon or
Yeah,
something.
just
Oh,
carbon date that
Carbon
shit,
date
you
it.
know? Let's get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you can carbon date us on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. We're pretty much experts. Do you guys have any last words?
The family is gayer than homosexuality.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty gay.
it is.
Super gay.
It's proven.
It's pretty.
But you know what? So I don't know. Fuck it. I didn't mind it. It was a weird program, but it was more just like confirmed my thoughts and fears.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We are pretty much experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are pretty much experts, and we love you, I guess.